I just happens to be implicit in today's world. And if you look at it, there are two names here. One is me, Anandan Kumaran. Other is Miha. Miha is an architect who works out of Redmond. He spent a lot of effort in putting this deck together, and he's one of the primary persons who's actually done this, quite a bit of getting things together. Now let's get going. Start. Now, all of us have been having a fascination for future. The fact is, most of us spend our time in future than in the present. That's a fact. Astrologers make a ton of money. That's a fact for that. Now, when I talk about the future, I have the right to be wrong because the future has not happened again. So I start with a disclaimer. However, future is something that changes so fast that when I started with technology, it used to be pretty simple. Okay? I used to have an 8085. I could do stuff in C, in DOS. If I got bored, I could go to Unix. If I wanted, I could come back to Unix again. That's the only thing that was there in technology. Technology has changed so much in the past 15 years that when I talk to my dad and say that, you know what, I've been doing stuff on the internet, he kind of thinks I am a part of somebody who invented the internet. I tell him, no, I didn't invent the internet. I did some stuff which used to work along with the internet. Last time, I had to do some accounting work with a bank. Okay, so they wanted me to do a DMAT ke liye. They wanted some procedures to be done. So there was an address proof which I had to give. And then you know what he said? He said, hey, why don't you just take a photocopy of it, get it attested, and then please fax me this thing to my bank. I said, fax? I mean, in case you don't remember, it's that machine which makes that sound, and all you get at the end of the other side is a smudged copy of stuff. Well, actually, there are people who expect that today. I was thinking I could just scan a PDF and send it by email. No. He wanted fax. Okay? Now, I said, wow, I am cool. I am not a fax guy. I am the new age guy. And with this proud thing thumping my chest, I walk into my house. I find my daughter, she's 12 years old. She's doing a homework with her friends. So I offered her, I will do the homework for you. Not exactly. Help you with your homework. So there was this friend of hers who I was seeing for the first time, and I asked her, please give me your email address, okay, so I can send you some more tips on this. And then my daughter goes, Appa, what are you doing? You're asking email ID of my friend? I said, what's wrong? It's just email that I asked. He said, no, you don't ask email of my friend. If you want, you can tweet to her. 12-year-old, tweet to her. Whoops, okay. You don't do email with my friends. Then I realized I am the fax guy now, okay? I don't blog, I don't tweet, I don't do Facebook, not the way my daughter or the new generation expects it, okay? They use it as a medium of communication. For them, it so happens that these new technologies are a good medium of communication. It starts with Twitter. Anybody you can follow as a Twitter. Then you come to the next level of intimacy. You become a part of them with a Facebook. Finally is when you get a phone number. Okay? Somehow for us it works the other way around. The first thing we go and ask, please give me your mobile number, I can call you back. Okay? That's so old generation. Twitter, for all we know, has been used by all sorts of people, from celebrities till companies. Companies do obviously make huge amount of money using Twitter and selling their products. And then you have celebrities paying lakhs of money to PR agencies to tweet about them. Still, how much of exact value are they getting out of, I'm talking about celebrities, about tweeting other than getting themselves into trouble? Shashi Tharoor and Arman Modi recently. I really don't know how much value. But the fact is, yes, people want to tweet and they will tweet. And that leaves us with the point that left me really pondering that email is so old. Now, email, it's just there because I have to live with it. Which office really wants to have a fax today? You have to have a fax because some idiot somewhere who has a fax and I would have to communicate with him. That's about it. There's nothing more than that. That leaves us that I have to press that button in my thinking. What is driving today's society? Which in turn means that I have to do something about the way IT also works. I have to stop thinking about what I know already and then say that, fine, reset, let me think what this generation or the future one is going to have. We have so much of information overload that's happening today from different mediums. Whether you like it or not, that's going to continue happen and it's going to grow exponentially. You just have to continue living with it and handling it. So this talk is more in terms of thinking about what IT or technology would actually evolve over a period of time. Purposefully, I'm calling it IT N.0 because I don't know what number to put. By the time I put a number, it will change. What's the latest .NET version? 4, right? But you're not really sure. Maybe 4.2 came within the past 2 days. Who knows? Happens. Or it's always cool to put a I, small I in front of the terminology. The format that I'm going to use for this presentation is called Pachakcha. It's something like you use 20 seconds per slide, and you have 20 slides in a particular theme. In 400 seconds, you're supposed to be done with the theme. Well, I won't let you off so easily. I'm going to have 11 more themes of 20 slides, nearly 20 slides each. And similar to this, you would get black slides where I can relax and you can relax for a couple of seconds. With the new thing that's happening with IT is we have more of new devices that is coming into play. From time immemorial, as far as IT is concerned, the kind of devices that we use have been a mouse, a keyboard, and a display for quite some number of years. Only thing is has changed its form. All these things became one single unit and they called it the laptop. It's become even more smaller and they are calling it the netbook today, right? But then fundamentally, it's not changed too much. Now, what has happened is, instead of these external devices, we've got this new thing, which is your phone, which has become an extension of you. There was this case about a woman who got hit over by an ambulance as she was crossing the street. And when she fell down, her phone got crushed. When she went into emergency room, she didn't know how to contact her husband because that phone number was in the mobile phone and she didn't know her husband's mobile phone. It's become an inherent part of her itself. To the extent that phones today know where they are, what angle they are standing in, what speed are they moving in. So it kind of, normally these things were done by the ear. There were some hairs inside the ear which used to do this stuff. Now, phones do that, and in addition to that, it tells you where you are, what are you trying to do, what you are looking at, how much more information is there to that. So the point and click device has transformed into something called a phone. In addition to that, we've got new devices, fridge, microwave, TV. All these things are directly connected to the internet, which have become devices for you to interact with IT applications and IT solutions. Not only that, the new Natal which has come up, you must have seen quite a bit of them. It is in which you actually do something and that system automatically figures out what you are trying to do and it responds to that. Why Wii Fit is an exercise device that has actually come, you connect it in the home, you do your running, it measures. It kind of gives you a feel as if you're outdoors and doing something, what should I say, energetic or spending your energy. It tracks it for you. It does it for you. Okay, so an gaming device has become an interface for you to interact with IT. It also leaves us with the thought that if you look at the regular laptops or the desktops today, they have become places where you can run a browser. For majority of the applications, practically speaking, they are nothing. It's been kind of that it is a browser which helps you do stuff. Okay, we are trying to add more things to the desktop and the OS itself, but a lot of times, fact is, it is nothing but a browser which does stuff. We talk about there are these 3 screens and a cloud together which is going to drive your life and do things for you or control it. There's much more beyond the 3 screens that we are transitioning. For example, there was this e-readers, okay, which Microsoft incidentally had done it years ago, but somehow along the research channel it fell into some crack and poor thing died a miserable death. But then there's been successful products which has come beyond that, which